Hello everyone! Greetings from Munich, Germany. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the founder and the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. And in this video, I would like to discuss with you a very important topic. What to do if you meet new people, you date new people, but you don't get excited about them. Like always, I have been inspired to this topic by our current clients, our old clients. Sometimes during the interviews, our potential clients share stories with me that, you know, Svetlana, it's not a problem for me to meet a new lady, and I do Tinder, I go out and I approach ladies like me, but I don't get the special feeling. I don't feel that she's the one, and I don't feel that I can be compatible with any of those ladies. The quick answer, the quick solution that works, I would say, in half of cases is to tell a gentleman to get over himself. Because sometimes when you go out on dates and you get this attention, especially if you just have started doing it, for example, you haven't been dating for a while and you have just joined Tinder, or you have just started going out, or you have hired a matchmaker and you get all these dates with all these women, and some of them, many of them show interest and it is flattering, and you get super excited with all this flattery, and at first you don't actually bother much to get to know a woman better because, hey, you have the whole Tinder to swipe right and left, and you can go out, you can get this high of novelty. Or for example, a matchmaker will get you the new date, so you can dismiss candidates, you can dismiss ladies if there is something you don't like, or for example, you can dismiss them just to get the new introduction, to go out again and to get this high, to get this feeling of novelty when you meet someone new, when she gives her first smile to you, when you ask your first questions, this excitement of the first impression. And after the novelty starts to fade, well, you feel that you are losing interest. So if you go out, you meet ladies, and you feel that none of them is good enough to catch your interest, the good idea is to talk to a psychologist or to a dating coach. And sometimes you need a break because you are definitely overfed with all this attention. Of course, there can be a scenario, a quite logical scenario, when really people you are meeting do not match your criteria, do not share your long-term goals, do not share your values. For example, a client of mine has shared a story with me. He has attended a speed dating event in his city, and when he has signed up for that speed dating event, he is 40 years old, and he said that he would like to meet a lady who is ideally like 34, 35, 36, so younger but not too young. And the manager of that speed dating event has assured him that there is a group like 30 to 40, and since he is like 40, he can sign up for this age group, and because the other age group, like 40 to 50, the ladies will be older, gentlemen will be older, so he should go to the first age group. And he signed up for this speed dating event. He went there, and to his huge surprise, he was approached by women in their late 40s, middle 40s, so women who were older. And since this gentleman wanted to date someone younger, to have children, to start a family, he was not interested to date a 47 years old woman, even if she was very attractive. And he was surprised, like, how come he has signed up for an event in the age group 30 to 40, and there are women in their late 40s, middle 40s who are approaching them. So he has asked the organizers, like, what's going on? And they told him that, oh, we are so sorry, but we are not able to actually fill the group of people in their 30s, and we couldn't fill the group of people in their 40s as well, so we have decided to combine both groups. And of course, this gentleman has found himself in a situation when he is surrounded by women who do not match his criteria, so he was not interested. Well, you can understand him. Or for example, you have hired a matchmaker, and matchmaker is introducing you to women who match not only your hard criteria, like for example age group, level of education, language skills, but also some of your interests, hobbies, or your life aspirations, values. So for sure you will have much in common with these ladies, and there is potential, but still you believe they are not good enough. You start looking for certain faults, or you start over-analyzing how you feel, whether you feel butterflies in your stomach, whether you feel chemistry, if you feel excited enough, and you dismiss great candidates. If you start doing it, if you start acting this way, like for example, you're meeting a lady after lady, but you don't feel that you're excited enough, it is the signal that you should talk to a psychologist or to a dating coach, or if you're a client of a matchmaking service, to your matchmaker, because, well, your attitude, it's not very smart. Yes, sometimes when people actively date, they meet new people, they get lots of new information, and, well, it's an emotional roller coaster, because you feel excited and you feel stressed. Will she like me? Will I like her? Is it going to work out? So your emotions go from high to low, from high to low. And of course, it is easy to burn out really quickly if you don't take breaks, if you focus only on dating, if you don't try to distract yourself like with your everyday life. For example, your work or your hobbies, you put your whole attention on dating. It is quite easy to feel burnt out, to feel tired. Then it can be a smart idea to take breaks, to take a little vacation from dating. Not to open your Tinder account for a few weeks, not to approach women for a few weeks, to concentrate on things that you like doing, to meet with your friends, to meet with your family, to get the excitement back, the excitement, the anticipation to meet someone new, to get this new information, to flirt and to communicate. It's normal that from time to time we get tired of flirting, we get tired of communicating. Well, we can get tired of things we really like, we can get tired of our work. This is why we all need vacations. So if you have just entered dating market after a break and, well, at first you felt this novelty, you felt excited, but you didn't bother to actually go deeper and get to know the ladies you were meeting because, well, you have just started, and for sure you have to meet more candidates, and you start noticing that with every new lady you are meeting, with every new candidate, you start noticing more faults, more things you don't like, you get more irritated, you get less excited. It can be a signal that you should take a short vacation from dating, and you should talk to a psychologist and to a dating coach to get your priorities straight, to get your excitement back before you re-enter dating market. Otherwise, you will lose lots of time and you will feel disappointed. And we will discuss with you really quickly another scenario when you get excited only when the lady is not showing much interest in you. And if, for example, a lady actually expresses her interest, you see that she's excited to meet you, she texts you first, and she shows with her action, and she tells it out loud that she would like to get to know you better, and this is the very moment when you start losing interest. Well, this is also not the healthiest scenario, and I suggest that we discuss right now what to do next. When you start dating, you can learn a lot about yourself, about your true needs, true priorities and wishes, and sometimes people, men and women, can find out that they actually like their single life and they don't want to change it because, well, bringing a new person in, it requires investments of your time, of your effort, of your energy, your heart, your love, your money. And instead of, for example, taking a new project, you would have to invest this time into courting this lady, building a relationship, and people start feeling turned off from this perspective to actually build a relationship. They start second guessing whether I actually need it, whether I should be dating. And of course, in this scenario, subconsciously, when you feel that the lady shows interest, which means that actually a relationship can happen, such people start self-sabotaging this process. They start looking for faults, they start pushing that lady away, claiming that, oh, she didn't do this right, I didn't feel this, she doesn't have this and that. They are looking for a reason, a validation why they should stop communicating with her. And if the lady doesn't show much interest, well, she goes out, but you see that like her energy is low, and probably in 2 or 3 weeks she will break things off. Well, you feel safe because, well, there is no chance that you will be able to build a relationship with someone who is not interested. So your single life is not jeopardized, and you can continue working till late evenings, doing what you want, and at the same time you have this illusion of dating, illusion of active romantic life. There can be, of course, other fears, like she seems very interested now. For sure, like she wants to gain something. For sure, it will turn out later that she is not serious, she is deceiving, she is hiding something. So I will break things off before I go into deep and get too disappointed later. And you start looking for these non-existent red flags. You start thinking that, okay, there must be something there, because there is no way a woman has actually showed real interest in me. It looks so suspicious. I'm breaking things off. And of course, none of these scenarios that I have described are actually smart or healthy. It is very important to acknowledge the problem. Why you are pushing away people who have showed interest? Why do you lose interest the moment you realize that she is actually interested in you? And why people who don't show much interest in you actually make you feel excited, happy, and secure? And these are the topics that I strongly recommend you to discuss with your psychologist, with your dating coach, with your matchmaker. On your own, it can be really hard to get the right perspective because, well, you know how you feel and you know your feelings, and you can tell that, oh, I don't feel excited, or I feel upset, or I feel happy. And yes, you can feel all that, but sometimes it is important to look at the whole situation with a cold head and to be logical about the situation, to see the pattern, to analyze this pattern, and to show you this pattern, help you see this pattern. Because if you want to get different results, if you actually want to build a relationship that can lead to a healthy marriage and happy family life, then you must change your attitude and you must change your patterns. Feeling excited when you meet someone new, it's natural, because you never know what this acquaintance can bring into your life, what you can learn. And well, our first compliments, first smiles, it is easy to get addicted to it. So try to pay attention whether, for example, you get excited only at the first dates, and for example, usually like the second or the third date, you're anticipating it less. Or for example, you have been out on dates with the last 4 or 5 women, and in your opinion, none of them has actually piqued your interest, have intrigued you, then it can be a signal that you don't prepare yourself right to the date. For example, you're running to the date right from the office and you don't give yourself a chance to actually switch your mood from working Kevin to flirting and dating Kevin. Or for example, it can mean that you overdid with the number of dates, and like when you have eaten too much sweets, you don't feel that well, and food doesn't excite you anymore because you didn't give yourself a chance to go hungry, to digest everything you have eaten. And sometimes you need to stroll through the park or a bottle of water to feel better. So in this case, it can be a good idea to actually take a short break from dating, to invest your energy elsewhere, to spend some time with your family, with your friends, to read a book, and to actually get hungry again and to return to the dating market, to go out on dates feeling excited, feeling refreshed, feeling hungry to get to know the other person, to get to know all this new information, to flirt, to learn something new, to present yourself in the best way. And your date, she will feel this energy, and it can be contagious in a good way. Guys, I hope it was helpful. I hope you have watched this video till the end. Don't forget to press like, to subscribe. Of course, you can support our channel by becoming a sponsor. I want to wish you lots of love. Svetlana Mucha, especially for Diolli.com from Munich, Germany.